Hey, my loves, it's your girl Cori Love. I am here tonight introducing Monday Movie Munch to you. So we're going to be reviewing different movies. So I'm inviting you to join me every Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Oh, clearly it's 8:27. However, you guys know I'm in Florida, and right now we are on watch for I think it's Hurricane Milton. Mildred Milton, I can't remember, but we're on what? So the Wi-Fi's been bad, so it's been a whole drama to get logged on and logged in. But welcome and thank you for tuning in. Please do me a favor, share this out with your audience and let them come on in. As tonight, myself and Jasmine, we're going to be reviewing Million to One. All right. So if you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, you might want to log off. Thanks, Erin. Thank you. I'm gonna be careful. I'm in the house. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring our guest in for tonight. Jasmine. Hey,
Okay.
Jasmine. Thank you for being my very first guest. This is exciting. I can't wait for us to talk about this movie. So
Yeah.
go ahead and tell people who you are, what you do, and where they can find you.
So I'm Jasmine. You can find me on Instagram at virtuoso_brand. That's virtuoso common spelling BRAND. I'm an actress, a model, and an entrepreneur. And today I got the special ability to be your co-host. I'm so excited to be on Corey's show. I do some
Ah.
hosting. You guys can see me doing that. So, but yeah, and I'm number one. Y'all already know I was the first.
What else would I be? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're
Right?
Jasmine. Hello.
Bobby said,
if
if
you
you ain't first, you're last. Right?
if they don't know now, they know, right?
Right.
All right. So I just added it on there, virtuoso_brand. Make sure you check her out. She's also an actress. I don't remember hearing you say that. Did you?
Yes, I believe I said
Oh,
that
okay.
first. I'm an actress and an
Okay.
artist. I actually do some styling stuff too. Y'all see me doing a little styling stuff here and there. So check me out.
Okay.
Don't worry, the website's coming.
Okay. And we also have Shaka Balami. I'm gonna let him say his last name. I'm just tearing it up. Hey Shaka.
Oh,
Thank
what's
you
happening,
for
y'all?
joining us. How you doing? How you
Cool.
pronounce your last name?
It's Balamani.
Balamani.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes,
Just
That's
I
right.
know. Sound it out, right? Balamani.
yeah.
So thank you for joining in. So tell the people who you are, what you do, and where they can find you. And if you're watching the replay, make sure you go and you follow Virtuoso Brand and you also follow Shaka on Instagram.
Sure. So my name is Shaka Balamani. I'm a filmmaker, actor, producer, director from Prince George's County, Maryland. I am currently, right now, finishing up a holiday project called A Christmas Bonus that's going to be coming out this holiday, starring the beautiful Jasmine Queen up there. Yeah, yeah. We're
All
really excited
right.
for that. So you can find me at Shaka the Actor, CHAKA the Actor on Instagram, as well as follow A Christmas Bonus for some updates on the premieres and the screenings coming this holiday season.
Okay. So Christmas bonus has its on Instagram.
It does.
Okay. And it's just regular spelling, right? Christmas
A
and bonus.
Christmas Bonus, yeah.
A Christmas bonus. Okay. Let me
Yep.
put that in front. All right. So thank you for joining us. And you were a part of the film. So of course we're
Yeah.
going to be talking about it. So I'm gonna how we gonna do this? I'm gonna let Jasmine go first. And so basically I want to know, you selected this film. So tell me why you chose this film for us to review tonight.
Well, I kind of give the spoiler of one of the things that I love. It was shot in my city and it got my people in it. So of course I wanted to check it out and I definitely had to give that review. So that was the number one cause. I was being biased, y'all. I'm gonna just be honest.
Of course, you're supposed to support your city. Now that's love. Like I like that you chose that. Of course, you gotta let the people know who your people are and what y'all are doing. Now, so tonight we're talking about Million to One, which is about basically it's about Dre, who's like a social media star, and he goes away for the weekend to his brother's wedding, which was like a quickie. They were gonna get married, but they changed the date, so they had to fly into the country, according to Dre, to be a part of this wedding. And Dre is the social media guy, so he always wants to be on social, but he was able to put his phone down this weekend and do a lot. So the film opened up with two friends, Dre and Tommy, in a discussion of the number of followers he has. So when I saw that, I immediately thought, I think Dre said, "Oh, I'm here, like I made it or whatever, because I have 1 million followers." So I wanted to know, how did you guys feel about that? Like, do you feel like having 1 million followers makes you successful? Anyone can go.
Me
Oh, wait.
personally, I personally don't feel like 1 million followers is going to make you successful. I feel like consistent. If you have 10,000 consistent followers, you're in pretty good shape. You can do a lot with consistency. So 1 million is just a number, as they say in the movie.
Right. I agree.
So from my personal perspective, I look at the financial side. If I'm not getting paid for those followers, you can have 2 followers. And if I have $1 million in the bank, I'm more successful. So I'm okay with that.
Exactly. And then too, with that, like that doesn't mean you're making the money having the amount of followers
Right.
that you have,
Right.
So I
So having
totally
those
agree.
followers, it doesn't pay the bills.
Don't make it right. Exactly. So you can go ahead, Jasmine. We're gonna ping pong it.
All right. So one of my scenes that I thought was just overall, I think from the movie, was Dre's like experience with Tatiana. And I wish it would have been like more elaborated to where we could have saw, what happened at the end. So how do y'all feel about those cliffhangers when it's like, you see this build up to the relationship and at the end it's kind of like it fizzles off. It wasn't exactly what you were looking forward to.
So in my opinion, I wanted more, but I don't like part twos. I don't like part twos because to me, typically part twos are not as good as the part one. But I agree with you. I did want to see. So they just waved by. They didn't hug. They didn't kiss. So I'm wondering, is there going to be a part two? That's a
because
shocker
of
question.
slide in on that because he wasn't doing enough.
So I have heard that there are talks. It's funny that you mentioned sequels. There's also been some talks maybe about a series. So it did have a great response. I think that a lot of the audience response was that they wanted more, which meant that the characters did a great job because it
correct.
Wanting for more and leaving a little bit of space. And I think that that's a skill that directors do. It's a good skill to have, is to be able to leave a little bit of that cliffhanger there for you, even if you don't have intentions of doing a sequel. Sometimes if you leave that space, things can blossom from there. So yeah, we got stay tuned for that. I will say that, stay tuned, because there have been some conversations.
Okay, sound like a good one coming up. Definitely a good conversation. Yeah. There was a particular clip, and this was a clip with him with his friend,
and it's 800,000
when he talked about the followers.
Almost 1 million.
And then he rounded it up too.
But it doesn't mean anything.
It does.
I'm talking about for you, Dre. It's just a number.
10 is just a number. 1 million is a bigger number.
That's accurate.
It's a stamp to let everybody know, all the doubters, haters, and naysayers know that a kid from nowhere has made it, bro.
But no one doubts you, Dre.
I made it on these shoulders. These shoulders. All me, baby.
All right.
Now let me get some.
So he felt like because he did it all on his own, that's what made it in, I guess in social media world, I would say, for sure. Now, which of the characters left a lasting impression for you? For me, I would say Dre, because he came in like he the man. It's all about him. And he had Tatiana. He saw her and he found her. He's like, oh, I like her. But she came with her man. So his whole demeanor and everything changed, but he got soft. So I was like, I like Dre. I like his character and what he did. So which one is yours?
I would probably say Monica, because I like when she got into her drunken scenes and they let her get a little loose. I wish I would have seen a little more of the loose Monica, because the scene where she was drunk off the brown
at the club. Yeah.
I thought that was hilarious.
Hilarious. Yes. And it was funny because I'm not good with brown either. So when I saw her, I was like, okay, Monica, you turning up. All right. Yes. So check this clip out as well.
You're a naughty little thing. Yes, indeed.
So Shaka saw this, not Shaka, I said Shaka. Dre saw this happen, but he didn't say anything. Do you feel like this is something that typically happens amongst friends, or someone will see somebody doing something they're not supposed to be doing? I don't want to say cheating. He could have just been looking at a video or a picture, but obviously the wording in the text lets us know no. And then he ended up turning around and telling his girlfriend, Tatiana, I gotta go. Work calls or something like that. And she was like, why are you always letting work take you away from what we're doing? And at that time, Dre still didn't say anything. So do you feel like this is something that's super common that someone will know but wouldn't say anything? Would you say something? Do you think he should have, or he did the right thing and didn't?
So go ahead, Shaka, because I had to add on to that, and I need your opinion. So go ahead.
I'll say, me personally, I don't know if I might have, if I'm desperate and I'm only down there for that weekend, I might have used that upper hand leverage right there and just go ahead and skunk them real quick. But what needed to play out, it obviously was going to play itself out. But yeah, I might have skunked them a little faster.
And you, yes, Jasmine.
So I did want to ask too, from a man's perspective, is it different when is it like a bro code type thing? Like, no, I don't know that person too well, so I'm not going to say anything. But if it was like, okay, say for example, Tatiana was actually one of his really close female friends. Do you not tell her because it's like that's another man, or do you listen? I don't care. That's my sister. That's whatever. I'm telling her.
Yes. If it's your sister like that, you know what I mean? If it's your folks and your peoples, then generally that means that either you're gonna be protecting them. But if it's in between two friends that's involved, like if that's your man's, and then you turn around and you like, come on, man, you messing with my peoples, then that's a tough space to be into, because nowadays, especially in your 30s and 40s, a lot of your friends are starting to link up with each other. You know what I'm saying? And say, and so it could make sure some awkward situations when you know each other's, both friends situations.
So you stay out of it.
Okay.
Stay out of it. If I know both.
You're like, I don't know. It ain't, you don't know if it broke out or what, but you just say they gonna work it
That's
out.
when you hit the with the look. It wasn't my place. Y'all both my friends. I didn't want to get in the middle of that.
Yeah.
Now I always ask, I'm not a fashionista. That's just not my stuff. I'm a jeans and a t-shirt type of girl. I throw on a dress and keep it moving. But in the film, there was one particular part. I don't know who's the designer. I'm not throwing shade because I'm gonna repeat this. I am not a fashionista. I'm not a dresser. But there was one part where Dre pants were just too tight. He had on the blue suit, and mind you, I'm like, he got the body. It didn't look bad, but it was I don't think he could move well enough. So I want to know if the designer, was it his choice? Did the designer pick it out? He had no option, or how do y'all feel about that part? I know y'all know what part I'm talking about because you're both laughing. So and if you're watching it for replay and you have not seen this, I definitely want you to check out 1,000,000 to 1. It's a lovely love story. And what I like about it, one of the things that I like, there's not a lot of characters, but there's a lot of messages in this film. So yeah, fashionista. You're the fashionista, Jasmine. I'm not.
Listen, I didn't have anything to do with the styling of the cake. I don't know. Because me personally, I want to know when this tight men pants thing is going to be out the window, because that's been something, not even in just this movie. That's like the style now. So I'm like,
yeah,
we don't have to go back to crisscross baggy pants. But what happened to a nice boot cut? You don't need to see all your muscles bulging out your legs.
Yeah. So there definitely was a stylist, and that was a stylish choice. Every wardrobe selection on the film was styled. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't have to put on the
The
drawers.
pin.
Those just was almost like bikini briefs. They was
Right.
it was
So was
a
it a male stylist or a female stylist?
it was a male stylist. So
Oh, okay.
he put him in that, and yeah.
That's probably his style too. So he was like
Yeah, I'm
normal,
not with
regular.
the fashion show. I don't like the fact that they throwing the men back in the bell bottoms either. Like,
Mhm.
dog, like why
Yeah.
did they skip the like
Oh,
you went straight to the
Shaka, I thought
70s,
that
I
was
skipped over
just
the
me.
60s.
That was like, those are bell bottoms. They're like, yes, they are. Those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
They
girls is
try
cool, man. The guys, man, with these old bell bottoms, man. I don't know. I can't get it.
you
Goodness.
can't get into it.
But
Uh,
it's all for I guess just for style and for fashion. It's for the sake of it, and that's
yeah.
Mhm.
one
It's all
thing,
about expression.
So,
Yeah, it's all about
yep.
expression now. And we
And
got
I
access
wonder
to everything.
if it's is that how they're, I guess, keeping up with the fashion, because they don't want to have them in bell bottoms or whatever, so they got to keep up with their fashion. I'm sorry, Aaron, I did not see your comment. They're right. You need followers who are engaged and watching. I agree. 100%. And she's referring to a conversation we talked about earlier with Dre saying that he had 1 million followers, and so he felt like that kind of made
Okay.
him the man. Right. Um, and okay, so I like music in the film. I like to listen to the music. Like I like to hear music in the right places and stuff like that. So I know in film they call it score. How did you feel about the score? Did it enhance this film, or you feel like it detracted you from the meaning of the film, like messages in certain parts?
Me personally, especially the parts that I really paid attention to the music, I thought that it enhanced because it was more so in those like intimate scenes, like
Mhm.
the family at dinner and then at the wedding, and it made me feel, it was more of a welcoming and natural feeling as opposed to kind of, how you'll see these, certain movies and they don't add that, and they don't kind of add that filter to the screen where it more seems like a play. So it doesn't come across as
Mm,
realistic, as heartfelt. So I really felt
right.
like, the music that was used definitely enhanced the scenes that it was used for.
Yeah, it gave that love kind of theme
Hmm.
thing. Um, Now, at first, I think we talked about the film being. We talked about we hope that it has a different ending, or it's continued, and there's a possibility that it might be a continuation. But how do you feel about the intro, the beginning, how it led up to that particular part? For me, I felt like it took a while to get to it. Obviously, there's parts to a film, but I felt like I had to watch at least 30-40 minutes for me to get into what I wanted to see. Like, oh, okay, it is good. What about you, Jasmine?
Well, I mean, it was, I can't really say that because I think I was really more so trying to understand what was going on. So I sat there and paid attention to kind of gather, like, okay, what is the actual synopsis of this? Like, what's going to end up
Mhm.
happening? I like to like I kind of like to be surprised by films, even ones that I'm in. Like I don't want to see everything that's going on because I want the clip. I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was happening. Like it's
Mhm.
exciting to get to kind of get that backstory. I do wish that some of that time was spent a little more on like their brotherly relationship and maybe, what
Mhm.
caused Isaac to kind of I guess still to hold on to his deceased wife. Granted, we know that's a hard thing, but it's like what happened there? Why is he still? How long has she been gone that he's still like stressing about that? So I kind of wish I would have seen like a few flashbacks, like when he would think about her,
Yeah.
of him and
Yeah.
his deceased wife.
Yeah, because that was my question too. Because at first I didn't know. I was like, "Is he? Is he? Is this like the he's cheating?" At first, I'm like, "Is he cheating? Is there another woman,
I thought
or he
that
has
too.
another family?" And then he said it with his brother. I think he said that part like right before the wedding when he kind of got cold feet because he said he felt like he was cheating on her. And then that's when we found out she was deceased. But I agree with you, Jasmine. If they had threw like maybe some pictures of them like in the park or their
Right.
wedding or something like that, yeah, to kind of because it took a man. I was like, "Ooh, I'm not kidding." I thought at
Yeah.
first he was cheating. It
Same
kind of
here.
took a
I was
while.
like, oh, because So the crazy thing is, when I cut it on Tubi, it start in the middle of the movie. It did not start in the beginning. It started at the scene where he was in the bar, like kind of having coke. And so I was
Oh.
like, oh, wait a minute. So of course, when I saw that little scene, I started from the beginning. I was like, oh, is he gonna leave? What's happening? So I thought he was
Oh.
cheating too. I was like, oh, he got a
Oh.
whole nother mistress, and he judging his little brother, knowing he got his own
Right.
little side thing going on. That is actually what I initially thought. Like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Now this part right here was this had me thinking a lot because of what she said. Let me see if it is it
Ever
coming
been
up.
to a restaurant and the waiter describes the meal exactly how you want, how you need, and you get it, and it's not what you thought? But we're good. You know, once you pull back the layers, he's good. We're good. Sounds like a lot of work. I think.
So right here, and obviously you guys have seen it. If you have not seen it, I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
give a brief explanation. So basically, she was talking about her boyfriend, and how I read it was like he's good, but I could do better. You know what I mean? And I'm like, does that make you happy though? So that part like stood out a lot. And I've been married for a long time, but I never looked at certain things like this. I'm like, is she gonna be in this relationship and be miserable, or she's gonna fix it? Like, I think that was very, very deep. I feel like that was a big message. Like, yeah, the food is good, but is it great? So that's how she felt about the guy. Like, he good. He takes care of what needs to be taken care of. He takes her on trips, but is she happy? Right? What do you have to say,
Yeah.
Jasmine?
I mean, spilling my tea. As someone who is divorced, I just felt like she was hiding stuff, and she knew she wasn't keeping them anyway.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like, oh, I thought it was like a girlfriend. No, he ain't worth crap. And she like, I'm gonna just ride this out until I'm
Mhm.
done. That's what I figured. And it's like, I'm gonna break down and give a little information to this girl, this woman right here, but I ain't telling her everything, because a lot of
Right.
times,
I don't want
women
her to.
will withhold that. And we'll sit there. It's like,
Mhm.
I don't want to tell her nothing bad because she gonna judge him. I tell her
That
after I
part.
leave him.
Yeah, she gonna tell you something. How do you feel about that part, Shaka?
Well, I thought that it was a great message about
Mhm.
contentment. You know what I mean, and that some people will just settle and just be content until
Yeah.
something better comes along, or they may not even have any hope that something better may come along, and so they're just content with what they have. And that seemed like
Yeah.
it was definitely like she was having a conversation about just settling, and she almost
Mhm.
seemed like it almost seemed as if that conversation kind of pulled something out of her, like she wanted to be able to say that. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah.
It almost looks like she's in a sad trap place with a relationship with him. Like she
Mhm.
talking to her, the way he was moving with her, it was super disrespectful. I kind of wanted Dre to
Yeah.
fight him in the bar, like when they was at the bar and it was like he was trying to step to him. But it was
Right.
like he played that pompous role really good,
Really good. He
really,
did.
yeah.
And that's what I wanted to. I just knew at some point in time that like Dre was gonna sock him. Like, I just knew he was gonna, but he didn't. Cause I think that would have been a nice little action piece to put in there. And to
But
knock
y'all
him
see
out.
how
And then
quickly though, on that scene, she dismissed him. He was
yeah.
done after that. That's why I said on the
Yeah.
boat, she was giving her fair warning. Girl, he about to be on his way out the
She
door. I
ready.
tolerated it long enough.
Yeah.
She was ready. Now I'm gonna show my favorite part of the cinema. I guess it'll be that this will be would it be the director or the cinematographer? So there's one scene I just thought was so like it did it for me.
Mom died instantly.
It's just something about that
Dad,
waterfall,
shortly after at the
the
hospital.
music,
Oh yeah.
like
Isaac remembers. I don't. I was too young. It was tough for him. He had an ex-wife.
I'm not even kidding. Like, I really wasn't listening to what he was saying. I was so into the waterfall. I just think it was such a great piece. Like, who usually determines those type of things,
The
Shaka?
locations.
Cool. So I'll tell you this is that the writer of this film Harold Jackson is also the director and cinematographer,
Hmm.
and he scored this film. So
Boy, he did it all.
I've known Harold for 7 years, and one of the things that he is really good at is scoring and finding
Mhm.
original music.
Mm.
Well, and he just knows the beats and the points. And a lot of people that come out of American University that I've worked with, the directors that come out of there and the cinematographers, they just have a real skill set of being able to put the
Oh.
elements together. So his location choices were all Harold Jackson's location choices. So he's very direct about it, especially when you
Mhm.
do writing and directing in films together. You kind of
Mhm.
directive of where you want. So it's a lot different from having the writer's perspective and the director's perspective and the cinematographer's perspective all having
Right.
different visions. When it's one person, it comes off kind of fluid like what you saw. So yeah,
Okay.
those choices of I want to get on a yacht and I want to, let's have the boat and let's have it right
Mhm.
by the arches. You know what I mean? There's like these particular choices that he makes that he does well.
He
And one of the
did.
things we talk about with independent film is the time frame that you have. If you're shooting it and it's a 3-day story, you have a lot that you want to do. So you use your locations as characters to substitute for, having people or larger sets.
Right, right. And the home was a beautiful home too.
Thank you. That's
Where
my
they had to do it.
that
Nice. What? It's not. Look at me.
lake is
I'm
down
like,
the
they
street.
got a good Airbnb.
Yeah,
That's
thank
nice. It's beautiful. Very beautiful. Love it. Love it. Love it.
So,
Love it.
Shaka, I wanted to ask just because we didn't go too much into your character, cousin Gus.
you. Yes.
How many times did y'all have to record that? Because I'm sure there were laughters in the middle of, okay, take it over, take it back, let's do it again.
Yeah, so the thing is like
We
I
got
was a
this.
producer on this film, so when I get these roles that like the love roles, just because I'm my director friends know that I'm an actor as well, so they're gonna find a way to put me in there, but they also know that I just can't be like the quiet janitor. You know what I mean? I'm not. If you tell me to mop down there, I'm gonna
Oh,
be
I
doing more or something. So a lot of
All in the
that was
middle.
kind of like. Hey, they didn't know I was going to go and just start talking French or just do any of those things, but they kind of just let me flow. And
I should
yeah,
have cut that
you know.
clip. He should have told me,
Yes,
Jasmine. I would have
because
put that clip in.
and y'all know it's always that one uncle or cousin that you like, come
Yeah,
on, man.
just cut
That
up.
Come
Do
on.
not.
Not
Yes,
today.
yes,
Oh my
yes,
God.
yes. They
that
That
wouldn't
is
even let
that
me
so
hit
walk her
so
funny.
down.
close to
They would
home
not
for
let me
me.
walk her down the aisle because they knew they was like, no, he is going to do too
No,
much.
mm-mm,
Yeah.
Yeah.
mm-mm.
That was so funny. I should have cut that. I'm gonna get that part and I'm gonna post it on my page and then tell them go check out this whole review.
Yeah,
Um that was funny. Yeah, but your home is beautiful.
I
Very, very beautiful.
appreciate it. We
Um what lesson do you feel like you learned? So we're gonna ask this last question, then we're gonna talk about 3 things that we love and 3 things that we wish. So on my show, I don't be like, oh, this is negative or whatever. We just wish that this and this and whatever we did
Mhm.
love. So before we get into that, what lesson do you feel like you learned from this film?
Yep, I'll go. I feel like I just feel like there's always something waiting around the corner. That's what I felt like I took from it. That there's always something waiting.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So that's what I took from it.
For me, I feel like
I
love
kind of
don't wait. Go after what you want. Like you sitting
that
here with this simp when you got a nice pimp. No, not pimp in general, but like you got a nice guy over here and you waiting on him and poor baby, she didn't. She kind of knew, but she didn't know.
Mhm.
I think I got more of the brotherly love and growth that Dre went
Aw.
through so quickly in the movie. I paid more attention to that, like because he was extremely immature in the beginning. So I felt like
Mhm.
in that quick turnaround of the movie, they definitely show how he matured. He stepped up for his brother, despite the cat. What's the underhanded Pam and Martin jokes between him and the
Yeah.
sister in law? Like I liked it. It showed that
I like that
they were
too.
able to play like that, but ultimately he like, I love my sister-in-law. I don't care nothing about like they
Right.
showed that there needs to be that solidarity and that family they come together when it's time to.
Yeah, I agree. So tell us what you loved. 3 things that you loved and 3 things that you wish.
Of course, I said it. I mentioned it earlier. I love the drunken scene with Monica. And that look, that also goes to back what I wish. I wish it was a little longer because when she was dancing, I'm like, as soon as I got real good into my laugh, they cut the scene. And
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I
Throw
wanted to
up,
see how
fall
far
out.
that brown. Actually, and while y'all said I wanted her to hit what was to hit old boy. I didn't want Dre
Okay.
to do it. Because she looked like she was
Oh.
gonna be the one to grab a bottle and crack him when they
Oh,
was
because
all
she
at the
was
thing.
drunk. Okay,
I
yeah.
wanted her to
That's
do it.
possible.
So
Yeah.
that was one thing I loved. Again, another thing that they went in and emphasized the true, like they showed love between brothers. To even
Mhm.
nowadays, like siblings, families, it's people are so bitter to one another that they don't know how to put certain things to the side and to be
Mhm.
there. So
Mhm.
I love the fact that they emphasize their relationship and how they've been there for each other from the
Mhm.
parents passing up and through then, and again that they know how to put things to the side to be there.
Mhm.
And that's
Mhm.
I think that's something that we should really stress, especially in this time.
Yeah.
Um,
I agree.
the third thing I loved, it was shot in my city. What? Come on now. That was the reason for it. Like I was just like,
Yeah.
I love being able to watch movies and be like, I know where that is. Oh, I was just over there the
Yeah,
other
right.
day. Like it's like, oh, okay, yeah, look, y'all famous
Oh,
over there. Look, I felt
yeah. That's how
when
I
I saw the
feel
movie, I was
too.
like, oh, that's Shaka's house. So I noticed that part. So I was like, oh yeah, they had a good choice with that
It
one.
was nice.
But
I was like, they got a good Airbnb.
yes,
Yo, I just love it. I love it. That's how I feel too when I work on set and then I see it on TV. I'm like, oh my God, do y'all know what's happening behind that? Well, you know what happened to it? My husband be like, we don't want to
right.
know. We don't want to know.
So I named already one of the
But the
things that I
three
wish.
things
I
that I
wish.
loved, I felt like the right angles.
Uh-oh. Go ahead.
I think we're delayed. We're
Yeah.
delayed. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Do your love, and then I'll do what
Go
I
ahead with
wish.
your three wishes. Oh, okay.
Oh, so I already
Okay.
said one.
So the three
Remember
things
that
that
was
I
at the.
love,
Go
I feel
ahead.
like the angle. I felt like the angles, there were some really good angles at the right time. The old school film effect, I thought that was really, really,
Yeah.
really good. I just wanted to know, Shaka. I don't know if you know, but like, why do you feel like he put that in? I think that that gave me just different. And then there were also no sex scenes. Like the majority of films we look at now, it's like,
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
2 minutes
So
of
Right.
conversation. Those clothes
I'm
on.
sorry. I got a visitor, y'all.
that's fine. You fine. Um, so those are the three things I definitely love. There was absolutely no, crazy sex scenes. And the old school film effect, I thought it was really, really different. And then I just love the angles. I love, the locations. It just made everything looked like nice, like really amazing. Like I would watch something again that they shoot. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
sometimes you look at stuff
Mhm.
like, I'm not looking at it. Oh my God, that was trash. No. It was everything for me was just so different than what I'm used to like seeing.
Yeah, and that he's a very stylistic cinematographer and an editor, so he makes these choices. So I think that when he knew that there was going to be some high volume dramatic scenes, especially that, to me, one of my favorite scenes was the scene at the cemetery. So
Mhm.
that
Yeah.
scene, he really locked in, and he had that conversation saying goodbye to his wife, like being able to let
Mhm.
go of the past and really free
Yeah.
to get married. I thought
Yeah.
like a heavy scene, and then when he walks away and he kind of puts that effect on it, and it just,
Yeah.
oh man, that tore me up.
Mhm.
I was
Yeah.
that's good writing, good
Yeah. He
editing.
did a good job. I gotta definitely check out more of what he
Yeah.
has. He also there was a scene when they were in the water
Oh yeah.
and fishing.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm looking at it, and like I told Jasmine at first, I was like, I can't get into it because then, like I said in the beginning, it was moving so. But then I sat undisturbed
Yeah.
and I really paid attention. I
Yeah.
looked at it, and that's why I said it seems the look. I rarely I look at films and see things like
Yeah.
that, and this is probably like the first time I've seen one. I could be wrong, but everything stood out. So that's like a big plus in my book.
Yeah, I agree. Cinematic
That
choice.
scene actually. Go, go ahead, Shaka.
No, I was just going to say that those cinematic choices are, again, when you're shooting independent, it's always important that you can take a big location and put two people in it and it still feel large. It felt like a movie
Yes.
with these guys fly fishing, and that's
Yeah.
something you don't normally even see, just two African American brothers in the middle of a lake.
I'm trying to tell you.
Um,
It did
not
make me
not
country.
not.
I was like, it
not
ain't in Brandyline.
wait, but look, I'm about to say maybe what Cori is in Florida. I was wondering on that thing. Now, what water are they standing in jeans? Because you couldn't pay me to step in any water out here. Like I
Yeah, they
was
were
like,
missing
there's
the
something
color.
crawling their pants. Like I'm scared. I don't stand. I don't stand in
No,
the
you
water.
don't say.
Corey, you said you haven't been here yet. Don't you get in
Uh-uh.
the
Don't get in the water. I wonder how long they stayed in there for that scene.
Yeah, I
no.
think they were a little ways up in the Maryland. They wasn't down in the city. They wasn't in the city water.
Ooh.
That was way up
Okay,
in the
that's what
mountains.
I wanted to ask. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
That's
That
far.
man, Harold did. He did. I like. I loved it. Like literally loved it. Um. The only thing I said, like I said, I wish that some of the music, some of the parts of the music was a little bit more upbeat. Like I feel like when she was in the bar, she was drunk. They should have put on like everybody in the club getting tipsy or something like that. A little bit more upbeat. Um, I do wish there was a little more drama. I think I said that earlier. And that's it for me. Those are just the two things that I wish because like I said, I really loved everything else. So this is definitely a loved it movie for me.
Same here. And then my other two wishes is I actually wish we would have had some more of the cast just to see, everybody's
I
feedback and how it was working with one
know.
another. That
I
and then just shooting the
know.
movie, how long those days were.
It
Yeah,
really
we can
did make me
definitely get
That
Harold.
part.
We can
big day.
definitely do it again and get Harold on
Yes,
and
yes,
because
yes. I will reach out to you. Sure.
yeah, do definitely do.
Yeah.
And we could try to make it work. I know the next couple of Mondays are booked, but I know that I have there's one Thursday open right now. So once you get him, let me know and let's see how we can work around it because that would have been really, really good to have him on too. Um, so again, this is my first Monday movie munch. So everybody's always asking me to do reviews, but I'd be so afraid to do them by myself. I do a few here and there, and I probably won't show myself, and then I'll riddle off certain things. But I think that this is like a little bit more inviting. Have the audience come on and share what they feel, and I love that you chose this film. It was a great choice, so thank you for that. And y'all better shout out her because I probably wouldn't have seen it without her. And what was I looking at it on? I think I was looking at it on Amazon at first.
Mhm.
And then I
Okay.
told her it
Yeah, I
would be
watched that
hard
too.
to show clips because Amazon does not let you screen record. So when she said it was on Tubi, I think you told her it was on Tubi. I was like, perfect. So now, because I like to show the clips to give a visual. So those of you that are tuning in to the replay, make sure again that if you're not already following, you follow Shaka. Shaka the actor on Instagram and also a Christmas bonus, which is another film that's going to be coming out. And you can also follow Jasmine at virtuoso_brand. And she's also an actress and stylist and whatever else she can do. Shaka is also a film director, producer. And you edit as well?
No, so that's the one thing I do not do is edit. And
Mhm.
since you are a fan of Million to One, Harold Jackson was the cinematographer on the Christmas bonus. My
Bonus. Oh,
film
okay. Nice.
stars Michael J.
But
Patterson, who's
Okay.
the brother in the movie.
Is that out?
yeah,
It's
I
coming
did.
up
When is it coming out?
this holiday, 2024. So I'll give you
Oh, okay.
updates on the release.
Yeah, please do. And then share some different like behind the scenes and different clips and stuff. So once you get the
Yeah.
trailer, you have the trailer already?
We're putting together the trailer, but I'll get you an advanced screening. I'll get y'all something special so you can talk about the
Yeah,
film
that'll
beforehand.
be cool. But definitely let me get the trailer so I can share it out and stuff when you get it. And this was fun, Jasmine.
Yes. Look, so
I like
that
that
one I
we
can't be on because I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna say everything is amazing about
You the lead, right?
No, not in that one.
Oh, okay, 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 good. Yeah. So is there anything y'all want to leave the audience with?
Well, just be there more for your people. Love one another. Stop being so bitter. Be happy. Share the happiness. Share the love with everybody.
And Shaka?
Yeah, I just want to say congratulations to the cast and crew of Million to One. It was nominated for Best Feature Film down at Martha's Vineyard. It was in the Film Festival this year, American Black Film Festival, and it was nominated for Best Feature Film at the Independent Black Film Festival. So, congratulations.
Dude, you gotta send me all of that, Shaka, in a DM. So when I post this, they'll know
Absolutely.
this ain't no.
Yeah. No, it's not no regular. We
Look,
pick up things on TV.
Wait,
So
wait.
definitely.
He said Martha's Vineyard just smooth like that. Oh yeah, Martha's Vineyard. That's huge.
you know, you don't know who you're talking to over there.
See, okay. I love it. I love it. I love it. But definitely DM me all that stuff. So when I post it, I can say that. But if you have not, if you're watching it again and you have not watched Million to One, go check it out. It's on Tubi. If you have Amazon, it's also on Amazon. I know some people don't do Tubi, but it's also on Amazon Prime. You can check it out. And like I said, follow Virtuoso Brand, follow Shaka the actor. And what's Harold's page?
Yes. So Harold's page is Harold
Hero Jackson 3.
3. Yeah.
I think I already follow him for sure. And Michael J. Patterson, who
Yes.
was the brother. Yes. But I'm about to we're gonna log off. But I just want to say thank you guys again so much. And I always tell everyone without you all, there will be no Cori Love Show. And this is the first Monday movie month. So next time we're gonna come with popcorn and just let me know when you guys are ready to get Harold and maybe Dre for sure has to be on. If we can get them all on, that'll be so amazing. So
Sure.
just let me know.
All
So
right.
thank you guys so much. I'm about to
All
follow
right.
you.
Good night, everybody.
All
Good
right.
night. Guidance,
Good
blessings,
night.
and
Thanks
love.
for having me.
You're welcome.
Bye.
All right. How'd you like it?